Remember the Titans is one of my favorite movies. I watched it for the first time with a former teammate of mine. It reminded me of how I felt when I was playing for the Fayetteville High School baseball team. In 2016, FHS, Fayetteville High School, got a new head baseball coach. He was getting thrown into a winning program with no room for failure. I could relate to Gary as I was the team captain for the baseball team, and I too wanted nothing more than to win a state title. Failure was not an option for us, and by the end of the season, we too had united and came together to have a spectacular season. Watching how the Titans won state connected to me on an emotional level. Remember the Titans is based on a true story in a small town called Alexandria, Virginia. It takes us back to a time when racism was everywhere. It is about a high school football team that overcomes many obstacles like segregation. They must come together against all odds to win the state championship. T.C. Williams High School is forced to integrate by bringing in a black coach named Herman Boone. When Coach Boone takes over the community, the town of Alexandria was extremely upset. The former head coach, Bill Yost, is asked to step down as the head coach and become the assistant coach for the Titans. The football team goes to Gettysburg College for summer camp, and Coach Boone decides to separate all the players. He pairs a white player and a black player together for the bus ride and assigns them together as roommates. As you can imagine, the bus ride was horrible. The team was divided, blacks versus whites, new versus old. Gary Bertier, team captain, was paired with a black player named Julius Campbell. They got into a fight over a Black Panther poster that Julius hung up in the room, and the whole team ended up getting into a brawl over it. It was just the beginning of many struggles on and off the field for this team. The turning point of the story was when Gary confronted Julius about his on-field performance, telling him that he was wasting his God-given talent. Julius seemed surprised that their conflict had nothing to do with their race. Julius then said to Gary, "Attitude reflects leadership, Captain." Julius thought Gary was harder on the African-American teammates than the Caucasian teammates, and Julius was right. Gary took Julius's advice and confronted him about his best friend Ray at practice the next day for not blocking and trying to protect his black teammates. Attitude reflects leadership, Captain. This quote, "Attitude reflects leadership," is special to me because as captain of my high school baseball team, it was my motto throughout the season. I believe if a captain does not lead by example, then no one will. Gary and Julius became best friends and worked together to motivate their team before and after every game. The team became united and went undefeated for the season and wins the state championship for T.C. Williams. Attitude reflects leadership, Captain.